Plants are unique among other organisms on the planet because they undergo what we call an alternation of generations, or you could think of it as an alternation of phases. The plant's life cycle is an alternation between haploid and diploid phases, and they go back and forth depending on their age, the season, the time of the day, the time of the year. Both phases can go through mitosis, but usually only one of them goes through meiosis. The sporophyte is the phase that tends to be dominant in most plants, but it depends on the species. So the diploid and haploid phases have different names. The sporophyte is the diploid phase, and the sporophyte, for example, pine trees, like the one you see here, the sporophyte is the one that produces spores, and it actually does that through the process of meiosis. And so the spores grow into gametophytes through the process of mitosis. And then the gametophyte, which, for example, is inside the cones of the pine tree, the gametophyte is the haploid phase, which produces gametes through mitosis, which then fuse to form new diploid individuals, which then we call the sporophytes. And so you can see how these two phases alternate depending on the life cycle or the stage of the life cycle of the plant. So there's a lot more information than we have time to go over in this short lecture, so make sure you check the reading material about the definition of sporophyte and gametophyte, and that you understand what happens in each phase, because here we've got the sporophyte phase, and it is producing spores, which are haploid. And then, through the process of mitosis, the gametophyte is formed, and the gametophyte produces gametes, which then join together to form a zygote. Through the process of mitosis, it then grows into the sporophyte again, which is back to 2N.